YouTube Wagwan. Today's video is going to be about a topic that me and my boy was talking about when I was on my way home. And I actually been thinking about this for a couple days. And what got this conversation started was my previous video about Chat GPT. I hope this is a topic that interests you. Let's jump right in. So we were discussing AI and how it's come so far and how basically it can do a lot of the things that we can do now. Now it's not even so necessary that certain jobs go to people. It might make more sense for these jobs to go to AI, which is something that we don't agree with, really, right? Because how many people are losing jobs in these situations? But not even just AI, even machines. For example, Walmart. 15, 20 years ago, you had all cashiers at Walmart checking people out. Now when I go to Walmart, I see maybe 1 or 2 cashiers and probably 50 self-checkout machines. How many jobs is this self-checkout machine taking from actual people? I also just read an article that Walmart is planning to get rid of cashiers altogether, or have the whole checkout process just be done by self-checkout. And the reason behind that is because it says it makes a better experience for the customer. It doesn't. These are jobs that could be given to actual people. When you could have maybe 5 or 6 cashiers, now you only have 1. Imagine every single Walmart, Target, grocery store, or any other place that no longer has people in its place, it has a self-checkout machine. Yes, this does save the business money, and that's what business is about, is making as much money as possible and saving money. I understand that. But what happens when we just take these jobs all away from people? What kind of world do you think that introduces? Walmart has about 2 million people working worldwide. Let's just say less than half of those were actually cashiers. Let's just say it's 500,000 of them is cashiers. That's 500,000 people around the world that now don't have a job because Walmart doesn't want to use cashiers. It's using self-checkout. And it may or may not be a better experience for the customer. But at what cost? What are we doing to the world when we start pulling these jobs? Imagine pulling up to Starbucks and there's actually no one inside besides machines and AI. Now there's there's nobody working at Starbucks. You could just go up to the Starbucks, you could tell the machine or AI or whatever, maybe you put it into a computer and you just say what you want and how you want it, and it makes the coffee perfectly. That's a lot of people working at Starbucks that now don't have a job. Now I'm saying this didn't happen yet. I can't say yet. This hasn't happened. I'm just saying these are the possibilities. This is how my mind sees the future going. Because now this company is saving money. Technology is becoming amazing. And now you're needing people less and less and less. Let's just say we have 15 million people in the US that are cashiers. Now that's 15 million people without a job in about 10, 15 years. Starbucks has 402,000 workers worldwide. The majority of them are cashiers. When you go into a Starbucks, everyone in there can ring you up and check you out. There's about 800,000 police officers in the United States. Imagine maybe a little less than half of them are no longer people. It's now AI machines. Imagine you have 2 people in a police car. One is an actual human and one is AI. How many jobs is AI taking from people? So now that's more people added to the pool of people without work. Now it may or may not be a better experience. Maybe a police officer is going to be better at reasoning with someone who's on the street when they approach them. Maybe AI won't be able to reason. Maybe it will. We already see what Chat GPT can do. There's already companies around the world who have autonomous driving. Autonomous driving taxis, meaning that they no longer need people to drive taxis. Imagine you order an Uber and your Uber car pulls up and there's nobody inside. It's just you in the car by yourself. And it takes you to your destination just fine. It knows how to drive in traffic. It knows what to do when someone slams on the brakes in front of them. How many Uber drivers are there around the world that now are out of a job in 15, 20 years? So now you have autonomous driving taking jobs. That's Uber drivers, that's taxis, so on and so forth. And it's not just Uber. There's a lot of companies who do the same thing Uber does. All these people not have a job. What are we going to turn the world into? It's going to be a big ass ghetto. Imagine if you have millions and millions of people around the world. First off, millions and millions of people around the world right now struggling to have jobs. Imagine if you taking millions and millions and millions more jobs off the table for people. The world, nobody's going to be able to make money. The world is going to turn into a big project building, a big ghetto, a hood. It's going to become a dangerous world because everyone is going to be fighting for everything. You're taking all these jobs away from people, the ability for people to feed their families. So you're going to have the rich get extremely rich, which is cool for them. But everybody else is going to struggle. AI can do an accountant's job. Imagine AI taking all the accountants out of the picture altogether. No mistakes. It's possible. AI can do coding. There's about 25 million people in the world today who are coders. AI can do that. AI can code. We don't need the coders anymore. Eventually, in the future, AI will replace code developers. AI will replace cashiers. AI will replace taxi drivers. This is just a small amount of things. AI is going to start replacing security guards, police officers. If you watched my last video, you already know ChatGPT can admit when it's wrong. ChatGPT is already better than some humans. How many humans you know that can't admit when they're wrong? How many people you know like that? How many times you call a company and the phone rings and it's not a person who answers the phone. It's actually a machine that answers the phone and you're talking to the machine. That's jobs, my boy. That's jobs. How many people are out of jobs in that situation? How many receptionists around the world could have had that job? That's just my take on people losing jobs around the world due to AI, due to machines. I don't think that's good for the future of the world. That's good for the companies right now, but in the future, more and more and more jobs are going to be lost to machines, going to be lost to AIs. And I don't think that's good for the future state of not just the country, but the world in general, because there's going to be so many people fighting for the little jobs that we have. Most people are not going to be able to get those jobs, which is going to turn the world into a shithole. And it's already low-key, it's already a shithole. Imagine when you snatch all these jobs off the table. But like I said, that's just my take on it. I appreciate you stopping by. Please like, please subscribe, share the video. If you're here and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That's all I have for today. Peace.